Corduroy.
Corduroy.
Story and Pictures by Don Freeman. You already know this one?
Yeah.
I like what this says right here. This book belongs to... That says Danny. Who's Danny? I have no idea.
Danny, Jimmy Woods win?
Jimmy Woods.
Yeah.
No, his brother... What is his brother? His brother's name is Corey. And then the older brother is... Ooh, I've forgotten already.
This is a girl boy.
No, remember in the movie? It's
Jimmy?
Christian Slater, but I can't remember what his character's name is. And Bo Bridges is the dad. Okay, Corduroy. Story and Pictures by Don Freeman.
Don Freeman.
Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Are you going to repeat everything? Because that would be kind of funny.
Repeat everything that is kind of funny.
Oh, you're a joker now, huh?
No.
You're a comedian? Okay. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for someone to come along and take him home.
Someone to come along and take him home.
The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, that's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I had lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. I like how all the other toys are sleeping.
Yeah, me too. I can just listen. I was listening a little bit.
Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went.
Up he goes.
Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor. Oop. Hold on, let's put this one down for a second. Let's read this one. And there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace."
It's not a palace.
What is it?
A furniture store.
Got it. He wandered around, admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight.
Tight.
He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop, off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. He's holding his ears, it was so loud. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator.
No, up the escalator.
No, he's walking down from the other floor. Now, who in the world did that? He exclaimed. Somebody must be hiding around here.
What is it?
He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. And it looks like he fell asleep with everybody else, just hanging out with this creepy clown.
That crazy sounds creepy.
Look how much bigger the clown is than the Corduroy. Like you can see, he's carrying the Corduroy in his arm, and you can see that the clown has got to be twice as tall. So it'll be like as big as a whole child. It's like a life-size clown person.
It's like this tall. It's this tall.
Right.
So no, actually.
So compare it to this grown man, night watchman. It would be all the way down, like the length of his torso and his head.
Just put my finger on it. It's that tall.
Yeah, that one's not getting purchased either. Like he doesn't have a book about how he gets bought.
Yeah.
Because he's a huge clown.
He's huge.
At what point in the whole world did kids love clowns?
From
I don't
circuses?
know. I mean, circuses are
Creepy.
I guess when circuses were like
They had
a more
like
common
when
thing.
they had clowns go beep beep and then they slipped, and
Yeah.
juggled and did funny tricks.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the kid would like take the clown and make him do silly stuff. I guess that. I mean, yeah, I guess there was a point in time.
It's so big, you can't even remember. It's not even told in my finger. It's up to his.
I mean that is too
Neck.
big to fit in a crib. Like it would be
Huge.
It'd be huge.
Really big. And also, I don't know if those dolls can fit.
Those are, you know what? Now that you say so, those dolls are huge too. Like that is a huge bunny.
That's a huge girl doll. No, that's a huge American Girl doll.
Something like that, yeah.
I said that because it was so cute. I just had to.
All right. What's going on? Did we miss a page? Oh, never mind. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank. And my mother said I could bring you home." Where'd the clown go? What is this?
The clown got by, I guess.
Clown got bought first. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs to her family's apartment and straight to her room. That's called a walk-up. Like a brownstone. It's like an apartment, except she lives on the 4th floor. And you have to walk all the way up every time. It's got to be a major metropolitan area.
That's as fast as I can remember.
That's the best you can remember. Also, looks like it's snowing outside. Was she wearing winter clothes? Not really. Well, fall.
She's wearing mittens.
You're right, she does have mittens on.
And she has like a jacket on.
Jacket, a headscarf. I guess so. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him.
It was so cute.
The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. This must be home, he said. I know I've always wanted a home.
I know I always wanted a home.
Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. I like you the way you are, she said, but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder straps fastened.
Down the ocean.
I'm reading a book. Okay, this is the last page. You must be a friend, said Corduroy. I've always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa, and gave him a big hug.
A big hug.
Can she hear him? Because he talks, but no one, it doesn't say that everyone. Now all of a sudden she can hear his words. Does she know she's born a talking bear?
I don't know.
Or maybe the whole story was in Lisa's imagination the whole time. She just imagined all night long what he was doing in that department store all by himself.
Yeah.
You think?
I think that's it.
Think that's it? I think that's what Don Freeman originally imagined.